Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into the grand finals of the Banshee Cup Qualifier number 1. There's still 5 more qualifiers after this. Really? Really? You're gonna ban out the Cho'Gall immediately? What disappointment. We're going to Blackheart's Bay for the final map, or the first map in this final series of the day. This is a best of 5. On the left-hand side, we have Bathrobe Enjoyers. On the right, it is Three-Legged Cat. As I mentioned, grand finals. Winner of this gets, I believe it's 10 points because it's a round-robin system for the qualifiers. So or a point-space system for the qualifiers. So that's all that. Blackheart's Bay for the first map. Mines and Sky Temple were banned away, apparently. And this is Meta Madness style of draft. Heroes that are picked and played are unavailable for future maps in the series. Bans at the top of the screen do not add to the list. So Samuro, Cho'Gall, Maiev, Tracer could be picked up in map number 2 if they're not banned away. Mr. Bandit, are you got some tasty toes? First pick, Rhaegar from the side of Bathrobe and Enjoyers. Too far away from Ohio for me to invite myself. Oh, Nancy, you know what that means? Hans is just gonna have to mail us the schnitzel. Schnitzel. Hans will just have to mail it to us. That's it. That's the only answer. Best drunken food, hands down. Oh, man, dude. I mean, it's hard to beat Coney dogs from National Coney Island at 2 in the morning after being at the bar. It is hard to beat that. Or a Hani. Ugh. A Hani is just so simple. It's a chicken. It's like a chicken finger pita, basically. It's very simple. It's just good, easy food. Yrel Lucio will be the 1-2 pickup for the side of Three-Legged Cat. We have Rhaegar, Vala, and Blaze. Okay. I wonder if anyone's gonna lean into Azul. He's fantastic for this map to be able to get the double soak rotation if you want to prioritize bottom. Sylvanas is still up and available as well. I wonder if Three-Legged Cat considers picking up Sylvanas if it's not banned away in this ban phase, mid-ban phase. Bunch of cuties in chat. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Hope you're having a great day. Happy Sunday to all of you. Looks like it'll be a target ban onto Zarya. No hypercarry Vala this game. Bro, by like tomorrow, all the snow's gonna melt. You're freezing. The big question, Nancy, is it a double blanket day or is it a triple blanket day? You have to go pick up some groceries for tonight. Take care. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Hans. We'll see you next time, bud. Or we'll see you later today. If this goes 5 games, I'll probably still be going by the time you get back. It's cold. It's cold in the Midwest and stuff like that. How goes the game so far today? Pretty good start. Pretty good. You've been lurking mostly? I appreciate that. We've had some pretty good games. We had, I would say the last series we had was probably the most fun as a viewer. So if you are like, man, Bahamut, what's the best series to watch? Well, I don't know how this one's gonna go, obviously. But the last series, the one we just casted, the lower bracket finals, that was a really good best of 3. Definite recommend if you want to go check out some good HOTS. We've been flip-flopping here, making a lot of ice and slush. Oh. Negative. Dude, it's gonna be 40 degrees up here Fahrenheit. It's gonna, like, everyone's like, -6, -10, -20 with wind chill, all that stuff. I'm up here. I'm gonna go suntanning as a ginger after stream today. I'm gonna go sit in the sun in the yard. What's up, Crush? Good to see you, bud. Feels like there's balloons in your sinuses. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. Oh, man. Sinus infections are rough. Sinus infections, God, that's just like, it feels like someone just punched you in here. I had one sinus infection once, and it was just, I was absolutely miserable. I remember I was dating someone, and I looked at her and I was like, Nicole, I would rather have a sore throat right now than deal with this sinus pressure. And I hate having a sore throat. I like despise it. All right, start prediction. We are in the grand finals, chat. And we are going to be heading to Blackheart's Bay. Is it apostrophe S? It is, it is. And and we have got Bathrobe and Enjoyers versus Three-Legged Cat. All right, we'll introduce the teams, and then we will go ahead and get your gamble going. Left-hand side of the map, we haven't seen them yet today because they had won through the upper bracket yesterday. The members of Bathrobe and Enjoyers, Masquerade Tyrael, Ultralus Sylvanas, Death Knight Rhaegar, Dino Vala, and Blaze to be played by Hazuabs. No one's freeing the sharks. This is disappointing. To the right side of the map, Three-Legged Cat, we've got Captain Rex, Lucio, High Wraith on the Cassia, I do believe. BRB Soaking will be Urel, Dark on the Muradin, and Deviant plays the Lucio. No, Deviant will be on the Jaina, and it's actually going to be Captain Rex on Lucio. Huh. All right. Wasn't expecting that. Level 1s, we'll see Adrenaline Stim Pack, Krita the Hunter for Vala. Lingering Chill on the Jaina. Blaze pokes onto the fort front gate. Dauntless Urel. Block stacks on Muradin. We've also got Charge Strikes for the Cassia. Back over in the top lane around the Vision, Masquerade and BRB Soaking will have a bit of a scruff, and that is going to be Rhaegar going down. First blood to the side of Three-Legged Cat. Start prediction. Which team is going to win the map? Number 1, Blackheart's Bay. Thank you, Ash Mantle. It was negative 36 C this morning in Calgary. Oh my god. And it's negative 30 C for you now? That is insane. I saw that there's like potential like rolling blackouts or something like that for Canada. Or for like, I don't know. I was scrolling through Reddit or whatever this morning and I saw people posting about it. Dino goes down. Loses 1 stack on Krita the Hunter. Alright. Stark is all in. Surprised Lucio. I was surprised, actually. I thought Captain Rex would be on one of the assassins. And usually Deviant's the healer, but a little bit of a change up right there. Ultralus is going to be poked at by Lucio. The objective phase is up and available, or I guess the coin phase is up and available. Lucio gets 5 right there. High Wraith is going to pick up a few extra over here as well on the north side of the map. All right, hey, we got some big odds. Big odds on the game. Lucio discovers a Sylvanas. She's going to discover a Muradin Stormbolt. No, she won't. Just kidding. Jet Propulsion onto Muradin. Hazuab's trying to back away. Deviant should have the damage available. Muradin will be the one to take them down. Just free the sharks. Just free them. Meanwhile, in top lane, Ultralus will activate Black Arrows, push things up, and first objective phase will be fully channeled to the side of Three-Legged Cat. There is an emergency notice saying that this electrical grid is getting hammered. Okay, well, Ruxor, I hope you stay warm and safe, bud. I hope you stay warm and safe, my friend. Having blackouts like that is not good. Like, luckily, if I lose power, one, I have a little generator that I can grab out of the garage. It's like 1,500 watt, so it's enough to like run like a couple little things here and there. But the nice thing is that I have a gas fireplace, so I can just flick a switch and it still will turn on the gas fireplace. So at least I have some sort of heat source. When we had some pretty big storms last year that shut off the power for like 12 hours. And basically I just ran that fireplace for like 6 to 7 hours. Should be fine, just another day. Yeah, just... You gotta call and miss the gamble. Up. Time to reduce the amount of family members you have by 1. I mean, that's unacceptable. How can they call during Baja stream? How are they gonna, don't they know? Vala gets the double kill in bottom lane. 43 stacks on Dino's auto attacks level 1. And this bottom lane fort front gate will go down. Mid fort has already fallen. Top lane and bottom have taken just a little bit of damage on the gates. But the fort will be the priority as Dino just continues to rain in auto attack after auto attack. Let's see, this will be 1 coin shy of a turn-in. 10 talent here is almost here as well, so let's go ahead and cycle through those other numbers, get an idea of what the damage, healing, and experience looks like so far. Map number 1 of the Grand Finals. As a reminder, this is a best of 5, so we're guaranteed at least 3 maps. A little bit of poke onto the fort here in the bottom lane. Yrel being chased by Sylvanas, but it doesn't look like Ultralisk will sustain the chase. She will steal away a minion. Lucio amps it up. Denies the turn into Masquerade. Left side, Coin Camp and Siege Camp will be grabbed. I guess it's Doubloon Camp. So 4 more Blackheart Doubloons will be picked up by Bathrobe and Enjoyers. 10 talents here, as I mentioned, almost here. 13 out of 10 available for the turn-in. And more available doubloons to be picked up here as we actually have a chest spawning. 5 will spawn on the north side and 5 on the bottom side as well. 10 talents here on the left-hand side. Rain of Vengeance, Ancestral Healing. Blaze does not land the Jet Propulsion. We actually did see a Combustion Blaze yesterday, but this will be Hazuab's taking Bunker, Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas, and do we get a Judgment Material or is it Sanctification?
Enough to buy my services.
It's a Judgment Material going in on Captain Rex right now. 5 doubloons held by the Lucio, but the Judgment doesn't get a kill. Sylvanas and Yrel still doing some double soak duties between mid and bottom, and back in the bottom lane, or mid and top, excuse me, back in the bottom lane. As the objective phase continues, Murden tries to land a Stormbolt. Not able to get the stun he's looking for. Lucio amps it up and threatens Dino just a little bit. On the opposing side for 10 Talontiers, it is going to be that Ball Lightning, Avatar, Ardent Defender. We see Jaina Water Elemental and High Five for Lucio. Oh, there's a gank being attempted on Ultralisk right now. Lucio continues to amp it up, gets the push off. Murden rotating up here. Dwarf toss in. Looking for the Stormbolt. Wailing Arrow thrown by Sylvanas, but she's still dead. She's still dead. Over here, though, the Balloon Camp being invaded. Jaina shall fall to the Eldruin's Might. Vala picked off by High Wraith here. Tries to get some blinds. Unfortunately, will go down. Lucio, Murden rotating in here as well, but the bottom lane fort will be picked off. Bottom lane fort cleared out. Looks like Captain Rex is being pinged to maybe go turn in. Oil Slick from Blaze scouts out the enemies chilling over here. Vala is dead for the next second or so. Not a crazy amount of damage between both sides, actually. Lucio, Murden, Yrel versus a Blaze, Tyrael, Rhaegar, and Blaze is being targeted. Drops the bunker down. Murden trying to body block or maybe find... Oh, no, he's just going to run out of this. Okay. No steal onto the coins. Ultralisk gets the center vision here, and we'll be seeing more soak from Sylvanas. She is forced to just soak, siege, soak, and siege. Soak and siege and soak and siege. Available doubloon, or enough for a turn-in or a Blackheart Barrage from both sides. Both teams have 12 needed. 10 already turned in on the side of Three-Legged Cat. High Wraith gets the last 2 in. Where do these shots go? Top lane?
Huh? They're all paid up? Bah, who cares?
Yep, top lane it is.
Fun part.
Lucio gets the vision here in the center, at the top of the map. 20 talents here, or not 20, level 13 almost here for both sides. Oh, heavy casters. We'll have the Icy Veins. Yrel with Velen's Chosen, excuse me. More camps to be grabbed around the map, but it seems... Oh, wait, hold on. Murden finds the enemy. Lucio amps it up, gets the push off. Keeps the healing coming through. Seems to me that Bathrobe and Enjoyers want to get their turn in. Masquerade, Death Knight have 11 out of the 12 needed, and they will not be interrupted here. Actually, Masquerade does get interrupted because Murden's level 13. It had that little AoE. Murden trying to take down Hazuabs. He will get the Ancestor healing just in time. Stormbolt still connecting. Yrel with the Avenging Wrath in. Bops the Rhaegar away. Lucy with the push off with the heavy casters. Masquerade kind of trying to come in here. And Jaina's going to start mopping up the fight with the help of Vala. Sorry, not Jaina. Misread the damage source. Sorry about that. Jaina will go down. Vala's the one to mop up the fight. Hazuab's a Masquerade turn in. And Blackheart will get a barrage into top lane fort. Take that down.
We're on, boys! Ha-ha! Let's liven up this place!
Oh, with the Blackheart barrage beginning, more camps to be grabbed around the map. Ultralisk goes and clears out the top lane wave. So 4 balls were used. That takes down the fort. Mid lane gate will take some splash damage from those shots. Yrel is able to back away in this bottom lane without being picked off. Dwarf toss to start the fight. Dino trying to vault away. Jet propulsion from Blaze is gigantic, and Lucio does go down. Vala vaulting away once again. BRB soaking with a Righteous Hammer as Hazu summons the bunker. Slows from the Jaina are pretty good. Judgment from Tyrael closes the distance onto Muradin, and he shall go down. Jaina will pick off the Rhaegar, but the Nexus forces get the counter kill. Muradin will be picked off by Tyrael, and it is going to be a triple kill for the Rhaegar. And doubloon chests are spawning here. This will be another Blackheart barrage available to the side of Bathrobe and Enjoyers. All right, 88 stacks for the Vala, but that's really not the concern or consideration. The real consideration is the Manticore level 16, and holy crap, Hazu with more heroic damage. Does he have the most in the game? Hazu with the most heroic damage in the game. As a Blaze. Nicely done. So this Blackheart Cannon Barrage will take down mid lane keep. Boss is up and available if they want to use that to pressure into top lane. Doubloon camps are up as well. What are we looking at held objectives? 10, 14... I think they need 16, and that will be achieved by taking down this boss. Meanwhile, Blackheart will open things up in the top lane. Oh, hold on, though. It's 16 talent here on both sides. Can the members of Three-Legged Cat look for a team fight? Jet Propulsion connects into Muradin here. Sylvanas throws down a barrage of damage. BRB Soaking jumps in with a Ardent Defender, sorry, couldn't think. No, Ardent Defender was used. I can't think of words anymore. Jaina, Lucio do go down. There's a chase down onto Cassia. It looks like she'll fall as well. Avenging Wrath. Sorry, could not think of Avenging Wrath. So they get the triple kill. Looks like there's a turn and call, and boss will be finished out by Death Knight and Dino. Dino's actually going to be asked to be left alone for this, as he is just going to play just kind of rotate around the boss here. Stay slightly out of range. BRB Soaking on Yrel is going to try and take down a fort in bottom lane, try and find a consolation prize, but is this too much of an extension? Is this an overextension? Yrel's got a long way to go home. Judgment to the face. Haunting Wave in as well. No activation on the teleport. BRB Soaking, I think, went for the Divine Mount, or the Divine Steed, and ends up getting dismounted immediately. Yeah, that was a bit of an overextension just to try and take down the fort. That is unfortunate. Boss in the top lane should confirm the keep, and the last shots of Blackheart actually put the keep down to... Oh, no, wait, there's still 3 shots. One's going to be wasted, and one will make its way in... 2 will make their way into the bottom lane fort. Keep front gate. Blah. Blackheart, you wasted a shot, homie. Come on. Apparently, they need to get the bottom lane keep as well to win the game. Vala is working her way across the map with 6 doubloons in pocket.
The blue team destroyed a fort.
All right. All forts, all keeps. It's all down. Blackheart will win the game. Oh, are they really just going to go for doubloons to end instead of just trying to end? I do believe so. Spray as the Hearth comes through. Bottom lane camp to be grabbed as well. We have 14 doubloons picked up by the side of Bathrobe and Enjoyers. They need 18 for the barrage. They can find 2 through this camp and 2 through this camp if they would like. And if they would like to win the game by just playing the objective, that is a way they can do it. Jet Propulsion says hello to Cassia. Judgment from the Tyrael with the level 20 upgrade, and Cassia does go down. Rain of Vengeance drop from our Vala. We had a Wailing Arrow out from Sylvanas as well. Vala picks up another stack on her Krita the Hunter. We've got Jaina to go down as well. Murden being chased out here, but I do believe he shall be picked off as well. Yorel and Lucio, the lone defenders, as Core is being scratched right now. Looks like Hazu and Masquerade will go for Core, and they will not play the objective. They will just end the game right here, right now. Oh, they really want to get the extra kills, and they'll find it. Lucio, I think he should be fine, unless he steps back out and tries to poke at the enemy, but I do believe this will be map number 1. The grand finals over to the side of Bathrobe and Enjoyers. GG, well played. GG, well played. What is the map set? Like, what are the available maps in this tournament? Give me a second. I think I can answer that. Alterac, Battlefield, Blackheart, Cursed Hollow, Dragonshire, Garden of Terror, Haunted Mines, Infernal Shrine, Sky Temple, Tomb of the Spider Queen, Towers of Doom, and Warhead Junction. Warhead Junction, Blackheart's Bay, and Haunted Mines, I believe, are like grand final maps and probably playoff maps. So you're not going to see those picked up outside of the grand finals. So now we're going to get back into like quote-unquote normal maps. GG. I believe the map pool is relatively the same as Meta Madness, the one we just the Meta Madness that we just casted over like a couple weeks ago. The only difference is that Volskaya was swapped out for Alterac, if I'm not mistaken. So in our town, there is a Denny's.
That's great news, General. Congratulations.
On the contrary, I mourn.
Okay.
Thank you, Crush. That actually kind of timed out kind of good. So we had a Denny's in town for like the longest time, and apparently it closed down like a couple months ago. And like everyone's got an opinion like Tahoe's falling apart because we don't have a Denny's anymore. It's like Denny's is the staple food place for our town. That's news to me. Like people are boo. People are all about this. Like people are like overwhelmed or like they're besides themselves that the Denny's closed in Tahoe. It's Denny's, dude. It's frickin' Denny's. Woohoo. Oh, Tahoe's going to shit because Denny's closed. Oh, man. I don't know why that's so funny to me. All right, Battlefield of Eternity will be our second map of the day. Or, excuse me, second map in this best of 5 grand finals. I am exhausted. I apologize for being all over the place.
Emotional damage.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that, Kel. Cho'Gall, Hogger, Tracer. What else do they want to ban away here? I'm so tired. You know when you close your eyes and you can just like, there's just like that comfort, that like, oh, it's so nice. Oh, that's where we're at today. Obviously, they couldn't have been that invested if the business didn't stay alive. Yeah, see? See? Like, there's so many people like, Denny's was my favorite place to go once every 16 years and get a Grand Slam. It's a tragedy that I cannot get one in Tahoe anymore. First pick Uther on the side of Bathrobe and Enjoyers. All right, so probably main tank Uther. Nah, that's how I'm feeling. I agree. I'm definitely feeling it. Oh god. Oh god, these weekends are gonna kill me. Oh. These weekends are gonna absolutely annihilate me. Hanzo Samuro. I'm getting flashbacks to the Dragonshire map in the previous best of 3. Getting flashbacks to the Dragonshire map all of a sudden. How do they want to deal with the Samuro? As I said, it's probably main tank Uther. This is like everybody getting upset about Fruit Stripe gum being discontinued, but when was the last time you bought some? 10, 15, 20 years ago? Is Fruit Stripe the gum the one that has the zebra on it? And the flavor lasts like 0.25 seconds before you have to get a new piece of gum that actually has flavor on it? Because if it's that gum, who cares? I also don't chew gum. It gives me headaches. The repetitive nature of chewing gum just gives me a headache. Okay, we're in the ban phase once again. Imperious, no Stabby Daddy, sad. No Stabby Daddy for this game. It is the double support, as I mentioned. Main tank Uther. Got the Maiev in there as well. Johanna will be banned away. All right. Do they go Abathur? No, I don't think they go Abathur. I don't think this will be an Abathur composition from Three-Legged Cat on Battlefield, but I mean, crazier things have happened. Oh, boy. Oh, who cares? Who cares, Kess? Yeah. Now, if like Big Red got discontinued, that would be actually kind of crazy. Like that Big Red bubblegum, the cinnamon flavor. Oh, I love Big Red. That was the gum. That was the gum that I always went for. All right. Deathwing, Deckard, Samuro, Hanzo. How do they want to deal with all of this? It's Battlefield. Greymane for percent base damage. Sonya's got Slam Jam at level 16. I don't hate the draft of Bathrobe and Enjoyers. How is this draft going to be rounded out for Three-Legged Cat? Samuro's probably solo lane. Hanzo, Deathwing, Deckard. Could look for something bruisery. I actually don't hate the idea of a Thrall here. A nice root. You've got the AoE from Earthquake, or you could pick up Sundering to push back the enemy.
Glory to the Horde.
Oh my god, it's almost like I understand this game and I can put out competent draft ideas from time to time. Sometimes, chat, I see through the miasma. And it all clicks. And then sometimes I have no idea what I'm talking about. Isn't Big Red your nickname? No, it's not. It is not, unfortunately. Sorry. My nickname growing up in Metro Detroit was White Boy, why you crying? Good times getting beat up as a kid. All right, let's go ahead and start our prediction. Which team wins Battlefield of Eternity? Being a ginger. Yeah, I got bullied a lot as a kid. For being a ginger. And I still to this day do. BRB Soaking will be your Samuro for the side of Three-Legged Cat. We've got Deviant on the Deckard Cain, Dark to play Deathwing, Thrall by Captain Rex. And last but not least, we got High Wraith on, the Hanzo.
The battle begins in 10 seconds.
West side of the map, Bathrobe and Enjoyers, Hazuab's playing Sonya. We've got a Death Knight on our Stukov, Masquerade, main tank Uther, Dino on the Greymane, and last but not least, Ultralist will play your Maiev. Wave Illusion level 1 for Samuro, Scatter for Hanzo, Sapphire on the Deckard Cain, Draconic Might on Deathwing, and Thrall will be Crash Lightning. Nope, that's not right. It is Rolling Thunder, sorry. Naisha's Memento for Ultralisk on Maiev. BRB Soaking is going to go down to Maiev. First Blood in favor of Bathrobe and Enjoyers, as Stukov does pick up Fetid Touch. Slam for Sonya at 1, Viciousness on Greymane, and Silver Touch for Uther. With that kill in hand, let's go ahead and start up our prediction. Which team is going to win Battlefield of Eternity? You know, my best friend's dad, Mr. B, would I dyed my hair one time when I was younger, and to this day he calls me Goldie. To this day. And I am fine with it. His brother, my best friend's uncle, Godfather Richard, is from Barbados. Well, it's not really brother, but Godfather Richard, whatever. You know how families are. You're not even blood related, but it's like, oh yeah, this dude's my uncle. Godfather Richard called me Chrissy, and he's the only person in this world who can say it because he has this thick Barbados accent. And I said this to my best friend. Godfather Richard could literally insult you. He could say the worst things about you, but with his accent, it's like, oh, okay, whatever, dude. You're great. I love you. Anyways, that. So funny enough, my nickname was not Red, it was Goldie. But that was just my best friend's dad. No one else called me Goldie. So we have bottom lane fort front gate opening up for Bathrobe and Enjoyers. Deathwing drops back down from the sky after getting a little bit of HP. Some slows from Deckard Cain as he applies some extra movement speed augment from his level 1. The baseline slow on Haradra Cube is 35%. Sapphire adds another 30, so you have 65% movement speed reduction. Did you say your dad's friend's name was Mr. Bean? No, not me. Isn't there a Kick a Ginger Day? I don't know. Probably. Alright, the gamble's closed. We've got some decent predictions on the line. Thank you all as always. No, I'm trying to think, like, my dad has a lot of friends that he introduced me to when I went to Europe and stuff like that. I'd say probably most notable is his best friend, Nicky, who lives in Stuttgart, Germany. And he's a bronze sculptor. He's really cool. Nicky's a fantastic guy. He's such a character. Well, it's Nicholas, but we all call him Nicky. Well, 6-6 in our levels here. First objective phase is still up and available. Sonya's split soaking in the top lane currently. Looks like Hazu will join into the allies. I heard Baha say Mr. Oh! My best friend's dad, he was Mr. B. Short for their last name. Yeah, not Mr. Bean, Mr. B. Like the letter B. I'm not gonna dox my best friend and give you his last name. Could you imagine Mr. Bean was growing up, Mr. Bean is your neighbor? I don't know if that'd be a bad or a good thing, to be honest. The Immortals are being raced down right now. Hazuabs is gonna pressure onto the Hanzo. Greymane goes down to Samuro on the left-hand side, I do believe. Yeah, somewhere around there. Are they gonna get this? It's kind of getting a little awkward. Yeah, you see the pings onto the Immortal. It's getting really, really close between both sides to try and burn this down. Who's actually gonna be able to come out on top? It's so close, and it will be Hilarion, summoned by the side of Bathrobe and Enjoyers to the top lane. With like 700 HP difference or something like that. I don't know if I would want Mr. Bean as my neighbor. You know who would be a great neighbor? Dominic Toretto. Because they have so many backyard barbecues, I'm sure you could get some free food. And if I ever have car troubles, I can just hit him up, be like, yo, Dom, my hatchback Subaru ain't doing too well. Can you help me out? Samuro picked off by the members of Bathrobe and Enjoyers. The Immortal will be cleared out, but this is going to get 50% of the fort here in top lane as Greymane is going to start backing off. The minion wave is still here, but it's not going to be lasting too long. Planning on making spinach for dinner, but it turns out I'm out of mashed potatoes, so now I need to walk to the supermarket and get some to figure out what else to eat. Wait, but if you're gonna have spinach for dinner, why do you need mashed potatoes? Wait, have I been making mashed potato? Have I been making spinach wrong this whole time? You need potatoes? Neighbor's, Brickman from Brickman's World? Beekman's World? Brickman's World? I don't know that. I'm sure if I Googled it, I would know exactly what you're talking about. There was a guy I worked with at the architecture place who was like, who lived 1 block away from one of the ICP members, the Insane Clown Posse. And he'd always go, yeah, you know, the fat one. Because there's like Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope or whatever is the the 2 dudes in ICP, and it, like he could never remember which one it was. So he's just like, yeah, you know, the fat one. Just like, come on, dude. To eat with the spinach. Mashed potatoes and spinach. I feel like you're missing a few food groups there, homie. Where's your protein? You're gonna be iron deficient. Actually, no, I think spinach has a lot of iron in it, doesn't it? You never eat spinach without potatoes. That's weird to me, honestly. Like, growing up, my dad would do, like, creamed spinach, and we would have that with, like, schnitzel or sausage. Alright. Spearing from Hazuab's. Deathwing is annihilated. Goodbye. Divine Shield applied to Hazuab. Stay while and listen is mitigated by that. Sundering from the Thrall. I swore I just heard a massive shove from Stukov. It is on cooldown, so you must have pushed somebody. Spear in onto BRB Soaking, trying to back away as a potion sent out by the Deckard. Oh, you were planning? Okay, I was like, are you literally just gonna have spinach and mash and potatoes? Like, you gotta hit your other food groups. Come on. How else will you grow another foot, Kalis? You're already 7'9". Deathwing Cataclysm's in. Thrall is gonna go down. Whatever stackage he had on level 4 is gone. Oh, Dino tries to jump onto High Wraith, and Hanzo is not gonna go down. The Immortal, very well shielded, going into top lane. This might be a very quick Battlefield of Eternity, chat. This might be a very quick map number 2.
Before me, I shall march for Hell's gates.
Currently 3 stacks on the pin down for Maiev. You've got 13 out of 15 on Fetid Touch. Stay Well and Listen, I think was used by Deckard Cain. It's actually on a 10-second cooldown. Uther will be picked off. Hazuab's does not go down, gets the healing pathogen from Death Knight. The Immortal is still pushing, by the way. Fetid Touch is completed out. BRB Soaking, putting the pressure onto Death Knight, and Hazu does not want to die here. Curse Bullet's going to go wide. Death Knight is not going to go down. Samuro swaps to another mirror image. All right. Immortal expires. Keeps remain. No keep front gates. Actually, there's 1 tower remaining here in the bottom lane. Remember BOE took half an hour to play? When? Dino's just been chilling in this bush the entire time. Dino literally has just been chilling in this bush, and Samuro just walks right next to him. He's like, ooh, tasty. Ultralisk gets the... Oh, that's a nice Warden's Cage right there. Pin down, by the way, is completed. Pin down fully completed, 10 minutes in. And no wave is available. Hazu is trying to push things up right now. Greymane lunges in. I mean, between Uther and Stukov, there should be enough healing to take this down. Oh, Dino, you're playing with fire. I think I saw 12 HP. When it first came out, oh god, I barely remember release hots, honestly. Blade Storm from Samuro. Was it canceled early or something? But damage over time from Poison Spear. Lurking Arm gets the kill. No low blow, but it's not needed. We're all... Ooh, nice cleanse from Masquerade. Death Knight will be cleansed out, able to back off just fine. Masquerade throws out a little bit of healing, drops a stun. Rather Berserker pop by Sonya. Stay well and listen. Hazuops has to run out of the Dragon Strike.
Repent before my wrath.
Good. Release Hots was so long ago. Was that like 10 years at this point? I don't think it was that long ago, but man. What year did Hots release? 2015? 2014? Something like that? We actually are getting close to 10 years of this game, huh? Sorry, the lethargy is just hitting me so hard in the latter portion of today's stream, so I am trying to keep it together for you, chat. Apologize. Deathwing drops down. Level 16's very close for Bathrobe enjoyers. Deathwing gets an Earth Shatter out. We have BRB soaking in the left-hand side. The Samuro is trying their best to pressure. Dino gets a couple autos with the Inner Beast active still. Looking to jump onto the enemy side of Mortal and start racing that down. Hazu pops Wrath of Berserker and does the same. Meanwhile, that's the green light for the side of Three-Legged Cat to try and find a kill onto Stukov. Death Knight's trying to back away. Masquerade drops the Divine Shield. Self-cast Lurking Arm as well. There's going to be a Warden's Cage. Someone will get that last auto attack on Thrall. And Maiev does manage to find it. Dino jumps in, lunging in onto Hanzo. Throws the Curse Bullet for some extra damage. And will be able to take down Hanzo. Deathwing falls as well. Thrall picked off. Samuro is just trying to clear out the wave in bottom, but Greymane Stukov will finish out this Immortal, and it will go into bottom lane as that is the more well-defended lane. 16 talent tier here, and this should be the push to win. I mean, there's a massive wave in top lane currently, but let's focus in on this bottom. June 2nd, 2015. Wow. So in what, 3-4 months, we'll be celebrating 9 years of HOTS. 7 of which Blizzard never cared about. Alright. Rather Berserker active. As I mentioned, Sony has that Giant Slammer level 16. Dino lunges in! Deathwing goes down before getting into the safety of the Hall of Storms, but Dino is able to get away. No, the Sundering from Thrall does get the snipe. Meanwhile, the Immortal does, I mean, Hazuops is actually trying to end the game right now. No, he's actually going to back away. Immortal is actually going to end this. I don't think there's enough damage to clear out the Immortal. So, GG, well played. The members of Bathrobe and Enjoyers are going to be one map away from taking a victory here in the Grand Finals of Banshee Cup Qualifier 1. Ooh. Remaining maps available: Alterac, Cursed, Dragon, Garden, Shrines, Tomb, or Towers. Where are we going to for map number 3? We're going to find out here, as I'm going to show you some talents, and then I will get us a block of ads run. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Trying to get us into this draft really quickly, and then I'll reorganize my blankets. It's freezing today. Well, not really, but I just have the heat in the house turned down since we're kind of just under all these layers. Cho'Gall banned away once again because, I don't know, this team doesn't like to have fun. That's all I know. So, ads are done. Give me a second. I have to blow my nose. Ooh, I didn't knock anything over. Don't worry. Oh, gross. Sorry. Alright, my apologies. Sorry. I had to blow my nose. No, just all of a sudden I just started having drainage. Okay, so Garden of Terror. Garden of Terror will be our third map. Could be the final map of the day. A Cho band away because Bathrobe and Enjoyers don't like to have fun. Hogger band away. Tracer removed. Kerrigan out of here as well. Okay, so here's the question. Do Bathrobe Enjoyers try and end this series right here, right now, or do they go for a memery draft? We did see them go for a bit of a memery draft yesterday. They did play some unique stuff. When you are this far ahead, I also forgot to update the score. My apologies. Not 21. First pick Abathur. Yes, I think they are going for some memery here. And, you know, if we get more games, we get more games. That, you know, works out for us. But not for Bandit, though. Not for Bandit. Hi, bud. We're almost done today, okay? And then it's party time. And then it's party time, Bandit. We'll go run around in the street. Genji Anduin, so Light Bomb. Okay, so Light Bomb dive combo. Johanna's not been played yet. We could see a Johanna grab as well for Falling Sword Light Bomb. Less shield's not a bad idea for another form of CC. When you build a ridiculous super team, you can play whatever you want. That's a good point. That's a very good point, except when you want to play Cho'Gall Murky. Except when you want to play Cho'Gall Murky. Then I don't think you can play whatever you want. Li Ming Diablo. Okay, so they're going for a dive burst reset composition. Li Ming is a good clone target. Diablo's actually not too bad of a clone target as well. So earlier I said I had the song Button stuck in my head. Now there's some song by Sierra stuck in my head. I don't know I don't know any of the lyrics, but I can hear the beat is just still going. Illidan will be banned away. Not a bad hat target, not a bad clone target. Vikings removed as well by the side of Bathrobe and Enjoyers. That's a little surprising. I guess BRB Soaking I do believe does play Vikings. This is a decent map for them. Oh man, what if they Abathur Murky? What if they Abathur Murky? I'm just saying. What if they Abathur Murky? We'll see. We'll see what they're gonna do here. Can't believe Dahaka's made it this far into the draft. A new Barak band picked up as well. Okay. Is it? Wait. Are they? Well, you could probably just cocoon the Li Ming. Never mind. I was like, usually Li Ming disintegrates a good counter into a new Barak cocoon. And then I had this thought for a moment. I was like, are we gonna get the, what's it called, chat? Locust Swarm. I was like, do we get Locust Swarm? Do we get the Lobber flavor? Lobber's like the only person I think I've ever casted who took Locust Swarm. And then took the upgrade at level 20 as well. And actually got a kill with that, with the Vampiric Swarm. Zeratul and Karazim round out the draft, so it's just going to be dive. Bathrobe and Enjoyers just want to end this series fast. That is what their draft says to me. They're like, we are going to dive, burst, and kill you. Haloran, this is your warning. I know you only watch my Twitch channel. I know I'm your favorite Twitch streamer. Haloran, there's your warning. It's a little late, but I still got a warning out there. Alrighty, everybody, let's start up a prediction. This could be the final game of the day. What do you think, chat? Final game of the day, or do you think the Nazebo will run it back? Will the Nazebo be the reason they can take a W here? Oh, it's the song Goodies. Sorry, I just remembered what Sierra song could not get out of my head. It's the song Goodies by Sierra. On the right-hand side of the map, looking to take us to a map number 4 in this best-of-5 grand finals for the Banshee Cup qualifier number 1, it is Three-Legged Cat. We've got Dark on Anubarak, Captain Rex to play your Genji, BRB Soaking on the Dahaka, High Wraith will be your Nazeebo, and last but not least, Deviant on the Anduin. Over on the West Ham side of the map, we have got Bathrobe and Enjoyers, Dino Zeratul, Hazuab's Abathur, Death Knight for the Karazim, Masquerade Diablo, and Ultralisk will play your Kerrigan. Not the Kerrigan. Come on, Brain. You can do it. You almost had it. Li Ming. All right. Toads for Nazeebo, Wave of Light, or not Wave of Light, sorry, the Power of Ward Shield for Anduin. Dark tries to burrow in to set up some sort of CC into Masquerade, but he makes it through the gate just fine. This is going to be Legion of Beetles level 1 for our Anubarak. W start, Pressurized Glands on our Abathur, Iron Fist Karazim, Greater Cleave Zeratul. All right, let's start up the gamble, chat. 2 minutes, get your gambles in. As I mentioned, could be the final gamble of the day. Thank you, Ash Mantle. I heavily encourage you, if you've won some gambles today, roll your winnings into this one. Maybe you'll come out on top with even more. The big thing to note is if you put a lot on the line, maybe others can win a lot. First Blood goes over to the side of Three-Legged Cat. They take down Masquerade's Diablo. For a dead game, air quotes, HOTS is probably one of the more popular games. Seems they screwed themselves by giving up on for projects that'll never. Yeah, I mean, like we can say that right now, but the big question, Big Sid, are you thinking of the stock? Are you thinking of the shareholders? Are you thinking about their stock, the Activision stock price? Because, I mean, that's really the big thing that we have to consider here. Who cares about a player base? Who cares about whether a game is fun, entertaining, and can get you to sink stupid amounts of hours into it? Who cares about that? It's all about the shareholder price, man. I want to vote for Abathur, but there's also a Genji, and I want more games. Heart of the cards, bud. You gotta go with the heart of the cards. 13,900 on Bathrobe and Enjoyers, 2,800 on Three-Legged Cat. Some odds there to play. I mean, so I'm actually really wondering what's going on with that. So Blizzard announced over a year ago. They have that survival MMO or something like that they're working on, and they were hiring people for it. Like they had a bunch of job listings for those games. I'm sorry, how did Anduin die? Probably Singularity Spike damage over time. Anyways, I was expecting to hear something, a murmur, a whisper about it at BlizzCon this year, and there was nothing, which makes me wonder, have they scrapped that project? But if you go into their website, I believe they're still hiring for that game. So that's where I'm not sure. I'm wondering. Or is that project just like a fake sort of project name and thing so that way, I don't know. Because video game studios do that all the time. Like Valorant had like a secret project name and like a bunch of, it was like Project P or something like that. I know Riot did that with a couple of their games, actually. Riot's still working on their fighting game, which that actually might be the one that's Project P. Diablo 4 is a flop, and half of WoW is a constant joke. I don't know if I would consider Diablo 4 a flop. WoW's doing great. Yeah, didn't you see that they have like 3 years of content coming out? Blizzard just went back and put all their investment into Diablo and Warcraft. That's all they're gonna do. I mean, that's at least what that was my takeaway from BlizzCon, is that Blizzard's like, okay, Diablo and Warcraft is what makes us money. We're gonna be just doing those two things. Diablo 4 did fine, just maybe not in long term. I mean, one of my favorite things is that I was talking to one of my buddies, and he watches, like, YouTube stuff, and he doesn't really watch Twitch or anything like that, but we talk about video games. And he was like, and I had mentioned, I was like, oh, I heard that Blizzard was, like, reaching out to content creators about, like, considering making the price of the DLC $100. And then the buddy was like, well, actually, it's like this, and I was just like, oh, okay. You watched a YouTuber who talked about it. Got it. Okay. Because, like, he didn't even really have a direct answer for me. He was just kind of like, well, actually, these guys said this. And I was like, did you see any sort of, like, proof? And then he's like, no. It's like, well, then how do you believe it? Because a lot of stuff on that, a lot of these things are also overhyped. Because it gets clicks. How many people do you see playing Diablo 4 lately? Actually, like a okay amount on my friends list, honestly. There's still people playing Diablo. Hearthstone gets a disgusting amount of money for how low the popularity is. I think Hearthstone's pretty popular still too, no? Hearthstone and Battlegrounds that still have some decent popularity. I mean, Hearthstone still has major tournaments. Zeratul will be picking off our Genji here. Dino doing his best to jump on it. Oh, goodbye. Oh, goodbye. 10 talent tiers here. Let's go ahead and cycle through the numbers. Ultimate Evolution, 7-sided Strike, Might of the Nerazim, Wave of Force, and Lightning Breath from Diablo. No Disintegrate from the Li Ming. I mean, Arclight Rumble still pulls in stupid amounts of money. I was lurking in some other people's streams, and there were people talking in their channel about how they were, like, in the first month, not even, the first couple weeks of Arclight Rumble being released, or Warcraft Rumble, whatever they call it, that some people were already dropping like $500 on that game. Oh, they're phasing out Hearthstone tournaments? Oh, that's a bummer. Last year was a massive step down from the years before. Oh, that's a bummer. I'm sorry to hear that, actually. Because I was thinking that Hearthstone still had a couple decent-sized tournaments every year. I mean, StarCraft 2 has still got a lot of tournaments going on. If there was anything Blizzard would reinvest back into, I feel like it would be StarCraft. Player base is still pretty big. Esports is still pretty big. But I don't think it's going to happen. I will gladly be wrong, but I do believe that Blizzard's MO right now is, how do we make money? And those two things are Diablo, mobile games, and World of Warcraft. As I said, go back and look at the BlizzCon, what BlizzCon's focus was, and the vast majority of the focus was World of Warcraft. It's bigger than HOTS, but that's not saying much. I think that says actually a lot. No, I know it's, yeah, no, exactly. It's like, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. It's a bummer when you love something, but the studio just wants money. Or I guess not really the studio. The CEOs want money. Burrow onto Masquerade from Dark here. The Chastise will connect as well. Block Totem thrown down on the ground. Masquerade with the Overpower. Shadow charges back into the wall. Nazeeba will take down the Zeratul in the top lane. Light Bomb from Anduin. X-Strike from Genji. Diablo goes down, Souls expended. Rumble's making a lot of money. Oh, I don't know exactly, but just as I said, like, I was lurking in other people's channels, and there were people constantly talking about how much they were dropping on that game.
Another seed is about to sprout, heroes. Be ready for it.
My friends and I were hoping that with the buyout, Microsoft will revive HOTS. You and every other person on Reddit, homie. And I don't mean that as an insult. It's just, I hear this so much. Like, right when Microsoft bought HOTS, everyone would come into the channel and be like, Bahamut, now that Microsoft bought HUDs, they're gonna save it, right?
Before your enemy does.
Someone was like, and I was complaining about this, and someone came into the chat, was like, you don't like when your chat interacts with you? I was like, no, I just don't like answering the same goddamn question every day. That's the thing. It's pay-to-win structure, yeah. I honestly, I haven't opened up Rumble in, like, weeks at this point. I think the last time I opened up Rumble was to let people into the little clan thingy I made.
A new seed is set to sprout.
Putting HOTS on Steam? Probably. Maybe. Eventually. I don't know. And yes, I know Blizzard says they're putting stuff on Steam, but I don't know how much... I don't know how long it's gonna take. They only put one thing on Steam so far, right? It's just, no. The Diablo and Overwatch are on Steam, right? They have 2 things on Steam currently. Zeratul is going to be cloned here by Hazuabs, looking to take down High Wraith on Nazebo. Lightning Breath activated by Diablo. We have BRB soaking, brush stalking into the flank of all of this. That will be Li Ming going down. Diablo inside the cocoon. 5-5 in kills. Really taking stock of the map. Isolation immediately hitting onto Masquerade here, and he will be picked off. I don't know what goes into putting something on Steam, but I can't imagine it being that hard. Well, you know what? It's the internet, so Crush, I bet it's super duper hard. I'm just gonna disagree with you because it's the internet. Because I like to have debates. No, personally, I have no idea what it takes to put something on Steam. No idea, personally. It could be super complex, or it could just be a lot of logistical loopholes that you have to go through with, or not loopholes, but like hoops that you have to jump through with Valve. Who knows? I have no idea. I'm assuming that doesn't like Valve take like a percent or an amount from like sales of games and stuff like that? So if a lot of things are free, so they might have to figure out like sale distribution percentages. Because I think, like, I don't think it's, like, free for someone to put a game onto Steam. I think you have to, I think they take, like, a little bit of the sale of the game. So maybe Blizzard's trying to figure out, like, if you buy a loot box in HOTS, do they get a percent of that cut? Not sure. That could be it. Alright, so we have a drag from Dahakasara, skimming chat for a second there. Diablo goes in for the Shadow Charge. Leap of Faith will be canceled early as Nubrak will be sliced, diced, and taken down by Zeratul. It's not a little bit, it's at least 30%. Whoa! Yeah, so it's probably that. That's probably the biggest holdup on it. Valve takes at least 30%. That is crazy. So yeah, I'm sure that's probably the biggest delay, if anything. Light Bomb from Anduin stuns out the Diablo. X-Stripe from Genji connecting onto a few. Dino a little bit low on the Zeratul, but they clear out the camp. Wow. Oh, that'd be my best bet. What employee was complaining about Bobby because they got no extra resources when Overwatch was put on Steam? This caused the support to get overloaded. Yeah, I've heard other stuff from Overwatch people when Bobby left that, like, he rushed the release or the development of something so that way the stockholders would be happy or some dumbass crap. Which is why everyone's trying to make a launcher. I mean, I didn't realize that it was 30%. That's kind of crazy to me. No wonder Silk Song is taking so long to come out.
I feel the sea germinate. Are you ready for it?
No wonder Silk Song is taking so many years to come out. That's why. So wait, does anyone know what happens when a game is free to play? So like Stormgate is gonna release on Steam and that's gonna be free to play. Will Steam get like a % of the in-game purchases? Does anyone know these things? Like you don't have to be complete, like you don't have to be like, I know it all, like it's this, but like if you have a vague idea, please, I'm curious.
Quickly.
Mid lane getting pushed in a little bit.
Blue team has destroyed a
Yeah, because isn't like Apex Legends free, but there's like in-game purchases? Think of the shareholders. Valve would be taking 30% of the profits of HOTS if there was put on Steam. Wouldn't that be like next to nothing though? You know, I'm willing to bet there's people that still buy the annual boost. I'm sure there's still people that spend a little money in this game. I would not be surprised. Now, is it thousands and hundreds of hundreds of dollars? No. Maybe like $1,000. I don't know about in-game. Yeah, I'm really curious about like what does Valve do in the situations of a free-to-play game.
another seed. I trust you know what to do, heroes.
Alrighty, Nazebo, 181 stacks, hits level 20, has the Vile Infection ready to go. 6 to 7 in our kills, and I've been a little distracted in this game. I apologize, chat. Oh, hold on, what's going over here? What's going on over here? What we doing in mid lane?
Collect the seed and don't fret.
Nubrak gonna spawn a few beetles. Looks like Diablo's coming in. No level 20. It's very, very close to being picked up. Actually, it just rolls through right now. Repulsion, Li Ming. Twilight Falls from Dino, who is completely invisible, as he's been standing completely still. He's gonna find the Sanduin, who drops the light. Hazuabs takes down. Hazuabs gets the kill. Drag from Dahaka pulls Death Knight towards the fort, but there's no extra damage from tower shots. Dino with the channel. This should be Garden Terror to the side of Bathrobe and Enjoyers. I'm still like reeling from that. I didn't realize it was 30% from Steam. Whoo! Valve, you greedy for this one. I know a lot of people were anti-Epic Games, but they did make make it a ton cheaper. I feel like people are mad about the Epic Game Launcher because the internet told them to be mad about it. Like Pineapple on Pizza. I feel like people are mad about it because the internet, like that's like the rage thing of the internet. So people have to be like, yeah. I can't form my own opinions, so I just follow the crowd. What a delete! Seriously, what a delete on that Anduin right there. Diablo, well, that was a really weird animation right there. Genji goes underneath Diablo from the overpower. Garden Terror mid lane's the last one to push things in. Looks like the bottom and mid forts go down. Keep is going to take some damage here. 7 apiece in our kills. Genji jumps in, looking at Dino with a few shurikens. By the way, Hive Mind for the Abathur. We didn't talk about that. Storm Shield on our Karazim. What is it? It's shield for 20% of their... Okay, so it's just shielding by 20%. Garden Terror, sorry, I was reading Alora's message. We have Genji gonna get the light bomb. Nubrak is burrowing out. There was a Hellgate in from Diablo. Dark is gonna get cooked up. Does it always rain when the terrors are out? Why have I never noticed that? Could be a graphics setting thing. I know there was actually one of our friends when this game was... This was ages ago, like when the game kind of was early development, or not early development, but early release. One of my friends got like a new PC, and so he put all the Heroes of Storm settings to max, and I remember him being like, yo, I didn't realize there was like rain or something, like an atmospheric effect on a map, and we were all like, yeah, dude, like, we also didn't realize that he was playing on like the lowest graphic settings. Bottom lane Keep is going to take some damage here, down to about 30%. As someone who operates in Intel, I've been told to avoid Epic the same way I've been told to avoid TikTok, so take that for whatever it's worth. I mean, the government's got my information. I got nothing to hide from the government. They can see my awkward selfies that I take and me Googling words that I'm pretty sure I know how to spell, but I just doubt myself, so I have to Google the word in hopes that Google catches my misspelling. Apparently, in a free-to-play game, it's still 30% of the cut of in-game purchases. For reference, my wife works at a store that sells things to local artists. Their cut is 60-40, 60 to the artist, which apparently is better than most stores. I know that's totally different industry, but it's still an interesting fact. No, it is. It is. I mean, I have my paintings hanging in a brewery, and I was told the brewery takes... It's either 20 or 30%. My buddy couldn't remember, and I was like, that's whatever. That's fine. But, yeah. I've hung artwork in another brewery back in Detroit, and they took 50% of sales. So to get like 20 to 30% of the sale going to the brewery, that's not too bad in my opinion. Major shareholder of Epic is Tencent. Oh, really? Bottom lane Keep does go down from the push, because I'm totally paying attention. Sounds like you need a better CPU. Well, he did need a better CPU back then. And graphics card. And everything.
A seed has been planted. It will sprout before you know it.
Anubrax sprays, Dino answers. Weather and HOTS? God, no. Do not bring weather back in HOTS. But let's get Gladiator's Medallion back, right? Everybody loved Gladiator's Medallion. Nobody complained about Gladiator's Medallion. And nobody bandwagoned off of everything that higher tier players said because they can't form their own opinions. No one would do that. No. Everyone on the internet has a completely well thought out opinion on things. Zeratul still in mid. Diablo chilling over here. Li Ming and Karazim pushing up top lane. Hazuobs is a slug. Zeratul is completely invisible. You right. Thank you, Allura. I'm glad you agree with me. I'll just read your messages out of order. Dino, what are we doing, bud? Ah. Okay, this is not going as well.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
All right, well, that deletion did not go the way of Dino right there, and he'll be the one dead for the next 50 seconds. Objective phase is up and available, and Three-Legged Cat wants to get this Garden Terror phase. That was like a cleanse with a really long CD. It was a 500-second self-cleanse, yes. 500-second self-cleanse. Was it 500 seconds or 300 seconds? I can't remember. I can't remember if it was 500 seconds or 3 minutes, or 5 minutes, which would be like 300 seconds, right? Mid keep is gonna go down. Chat, we might be setting up for map number 4 here. Lightning Breath from Diablo. He zones back the enemies with that Hellgate underneath him. Leap of Faith pulls BRB soaking close as the drag lands onto Masquerade. Core shielding on this left-hand side's going down. Captain Rex and High Wraith are looking to jump in here. Dino has the Zeratul back in play. The core shielding is falling rapidly. Mule is doing everything it possibly can. Nazebo's the one to go down. BRB soaking getting the damage in. And ladies and gentlemen, I do believe this is going to be map number... No way. Okay, I thought they were literally going to save it there, but this will be map number 3 over to the side of Three-Legged Cat. They all wipe on the core, but it is going to be map number 4 on the way. Oh, it was 300 seconds. I was right. Was right. Well. I only played Quick Match or ARAM, so no one was ever good enough to remember to use it. Yeah, but those people, I bet, literally just repeated anything a bigger streamer said because they were like, you know what? Pazuups has this opinion. That's now my opinion. Or Leon Black said this, so obviously that's correct. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Banshee Cup Qualifier number 1. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we have got Bathrobe and Enjoyers here for Infernal Shrines. Map number 4 in the Grand Finals. Three-Legged Cat is not going to be able to play Cho'Gall. Yeah, but we have a nature camera. It was like a sub-goal during... was it? I think it was like the last subathon we did. One of the last subathons we did. We had a sub-goal for me to have like a nature camera, so we have nature camera. Are there a lot of cats called Bob out there? Nah, a lot of Garys, though. When it ran off to the right, it does kind of look fake. Day, don't stop. I'm trying to tell a lie here, Day. No, I'm just kidding. The camera's real. The camera, the view, all of it's real. Shoot that in confidence. Where am I parking myself in Discord? There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and check out what we got here. Kerrigan first pick for the side of Bathrobe and Enjoyers. Well, apparently I dropped some frames at one point. Whoopsies. We've been going for... Is that... We've been streaming for 7 hours? Jesus Louises. Where did the time even go? All cats are fake. They recharge in the sunlight.
The crusade calls.
Like how the government changes out all the bird batteries in the winter. That's why you don't see birds in the winter. Because the government's changing out all those double A's. Oh, hey, battery. All right, Kerrigan, Leoric. What do they want to pair in with this? It's map 4, so we've got 30 heroes banned away because of the Meta Madness draft style.
We will forge a great destiny.
Okay, Varian as well. All right, so... It's probably Taunt. I always like Colossal Smash, but we're probably going to see Taunt. As we get into the next ban phase, probably looking at a healer ban. You know, Ana would not be a bad ban here. I don't think Ana's been played. Biotic Grenade is a great way to shut down Brightwing healing, since it is such a telegraphed moment. So an Ana ban would not be bad. Oh my god, chat. It's almost like this is my job. Ana ban would make sense because also Nano Boosted Kerrigan would be annoying to deal with, but as I mentioned, the 100% healing reduction for 1.75 seconds on enemy heroes is not something you want to deal with. Nice heads up ban right there. Ban-wise from Bathrobe and Enjoyers, they could get rid of a mage here for Infernal Shrines. Birds are not controlled by the government's controlled by birds. Oh, today I learned. God dang it, Day and Alora. God dang it. All right, I'll bug you guys about Lethal Company. I don't know if you guys can do earlier stream days, and by earlier I mean like I don't know 3 o'clock PST start time. That's why they always dive bomb you when you come out of the house. I see. Be crazy. Where was Buttspot? Buttspot's been chilling today. Arphis will be picked up. Mephisto as well. Alright. Alright, go Alex Straza for the last pick and Hypercarry Mephisto. Easy. Edzed Pedzed. Congress is actually a pack of seagulls in human disguises. No, that's an insult to seagulls. That's an insult to seagulls because seagulls actually get shit done. Our U.S. Congress people do not get anything done. They just sit around and yell at each other and show penises of people, which feels very weird to do. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into the cast. Start prediction. Which team wins Infernal Shrines? I have to run to the bathroom so bad, and I should have done it before this game. Oh well. We'll power through it. So, map number 4. Can three-legged cat mimic what they did in the previous map of Garden of Terror? And that is win. Whoa, 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 Baha! Congress is very good at making money for Congress people. Oh, shiny pants. I'm so stupid. Thank you for clarifying. What's up, Turbo? You're just in time. We're getting into map number 4. Could be the final map of the day. We're about to have a gamble coming up. Let's introduce our players, introduce our teams, and we'll start the gamble here on Infernal Shrines, map number 4. To the east side of the map, three-legged cats, looking to take us to the map 5 in this best-of-5 grand finals. BRB Soaking will play your Arthas, Captain Rex Falstad. Dark to play Johanna, Deviant on Brightwing, and High Wraith is your Mephisto. To the west ham side of the map, we have Bathrobe and Enjoyers, Ultralist Kerrigan, Death Knight, Whitemane, Masquerade Varian, Hazuabs. Playing Leoric and Dino will be the Chromie. All right, we'll wait a few moments here. We'll start the gamble up after our little first engagement, our little first scuffle. Kerrigan looking for a target that's a little bit lower than a Johanna. Seems like Kerrigan just rotates down to bottom lane, and it's not going to be going for anything aggressive right now. Leoric, Hazuab's already in the top lane. Level 1 for Varian is going to be his Lion's Maw, and speaking of Varian, he is getting a little bit low here. Time stop thrown onto the ground. And, the time trap is thrown on the ground, but it's not going to be reactivated. And first blood goes over to the side of three-legged cat. Let's go ahead and get your predictions started up here, chat. Which team will win map number 4, Infernal Shrines? Gamble time is up and available. Let's see some big gambles. As I said previously, could be the final gamble of the day. Could be the final gamble of the week. Tomorrow is my one day off. After stream today, I am going to make some chicken wings and mac and cheese. Thank you, Ashmantle, as always. Much appreciate the assistance. Howling Blast, Frost Presence level 1 for Arthas, 4 out of 20 stacks, 5 Q stacks on the Falstad, and 3 for the Unyielding Power on Mephisto. Picks up his 4th right there off of the Chromie. Chromie, speaking of, is going to go into Deep Breathing level 1. She'll have 2 out of 20 stacks, a 10th of the way there. What do we got going on here? 5,400 to Bathrobe, 2,000 to Cats. All right. Death Knight with a little giggle beam onto Dino. Camp on the left grabbed out. Or grabbed. Masquerade will be discovered in this bush. Gets polymorphed by the Brightwing, but I think this camp invade will be achieved by Bathrobe and Enjoyers. Arthas is going to continue to clear out things in top lane. He did go into Frozen Wastes level 4. Talk about that in a second as Falstad tries to poke on to the enemy team around the camp to pick up some free stackage on his Gathering Storm level 1. 10 stacks on that. All right, the gamble's about to expire. I believe you might have a moment or two from when you're hearing me say this to get a few extra gambles in. Howling Blast onto 1 right there. BRB Soaking. Can't chase in any further. Impaler Camp is still finding value in mid. Captain Rex is slowly but surely clearing that out. And our Arcane Punisher will be spawning in the bottom of the map. York, Hazuab, soaking things up here. Falstad gonna grab this little bit as it crashes into the fort front gate and actually gets a free stack off of Falstad, or of Hazuab's. BRB Soaking taking a lot of damage. We got the Morbius Loop for Chromie at level 7, level 5, however you want to split that, but the Mobius Loop does have that Dragon Breath, deals 30% damage, bonus damage to enemies hit in the center, but also enemies hit by the center are slowed by 60% for 3/4 of a second. The Auric, Hazuab's working on this objective phase. Does he have Neil Peasants? He does have Neil Peasants level 4. Increases the damage of the Skeletal Swing to mercenaries and monsters. Skeletal Defenders are considered your monsters. Alrighty, everybody. Let's see what happens with this first objective. Wait, is there a contest over this? 30 out of 40? I don't think so. Dark steps in for a moment, but yeah, they're not going to steal away enough to deny this. Hazuab's might get picked off here really quickly. Kerrigan with the Primal Grasp and Impale over the high side of the wall. Punisher. I don't know why my brain went to Impaler, but still. Punisher's grabbed to the side of Bathrobe and Enjoyers. Kerrigan gets the kill onto Brightwing. It's 1-to-1 in kills. Mephisto pulls the Punisher over the wall with the Shade of Mephisto, able to get back over to his origin location safely. Kerrigan once again looking for the combo. Captain Rex getting a little low, has to barrel roll away. Taunt from Varian onto High Wraith, and that is a dead skeletal nervous system. Kerrigan gets the Primal Grasp, no Impale. Is it an Impale or Impaling Blades? It's Impaling Blades, okay. Looking pretty good here. Temporal Loop will be the pickup for Chromie, level 10. 39 Sharpened Blade stacks out of 75 for Kerrigan. 12 Howling Blast, 23 Skull Missiles, 29 Falstad Qs. Kerrigan, once again, looking for a combo onto the enemy. BRB Soaking able to back away safely. Cycle through the other numbers, get an idea what the damage, healing, and experience looks like on this map. God dang it, Tan. It's just like Papers, Please. New York's able to Wraith walk out of top lane just fine. BRB Soaking, anchoring in the bush. He's going to scout out a few enemies around him. Try and back off safely, but he might be dead. Not with the Brightwing Fascia coming through. Temporal Loop. Oh, man. If this game had active development, it would have been great. When you could have like a sushi chef or like a chef Chromie, and when someone gets temporal looped, as they return back, they're all covered in the fried batter. It's perfect. I love it. Good idea, chat. I still, to this day, wish we would have gotten Beekeeper Blaze, because one, that rolls off the tongue, and also the Beekeeper outfit would have actually worked really good with the Blaze model. And with that release, you could have also had Mosquito or Bumblebee Tracer, because Tracer is quite annoying like a mosquito, but the Bumblebee might just be cute in general. And it might work with the Beekeeper outfit as well for Blaze. Brightwing tries to blink towards a minion, hit with the temporal loop. She's gonna be still taking another, she was... Endurance of Fate attempted by High Wraith right there, but Deviant will get the Hearth out right there on the right side of our screen. No kill onto the Brightwing. That and, Spaghetti Ragnaros. Saphir's Smash could be like a giant piece of Texas toast or something. Some garlic knots is what he summons down from the sky. Sorry, this is what I do in my free time. When I can't sleep, I think about hero skins that I would love to add into this game. Alrighty, 74 stacks for Kerrigan's Sharpened Blade. She'll finish that out of top lane. Taunt from Varian onto the Johanna. There's a Tomb from Leoric. Meatball? No, that'll be the Shifting Meteor. I'm saying Sulfurous Smash is just a giant garlic knot from the sky. Lava Wave could be like a torrent of like spaghetti and bolognese. Ragnaro owes cereal, yeah. Or no. Was it Ragnaro? Oh, I thought it was the Lucios. Didn't Ragnaros have a different cereal? Justin gets a box of the cereal somewhere. To be honest, it's the only reason I'm dating him. Playing in the long con. You kind of just outed yourself in Twitch chat, Alora. What if I screenshot this and send it to Justing? You did buy a box of Lucio O's. Arthas and Falstead will fall here. Top fort does go down. I believe that was to the fallen shaman here. Mid fort goes down as well. You wouldn't do that, we're homies. That's true. But also Justing's my friend too. So now I'm in a conundrum. Durance of Hate goes out onto Varian. He answers back with a taunt into Arthas, who did just respawn. Scarlet Aegis from Whitemane activated. Mid lane keep does go down. Leoric gonna join in here. Is this the push to end the game? This might be the shortest game in the qualifier number 1 if it is, and it's not gonna be a push to end. I know they made both. I just don't. I thought the Ragnaros one was called something else. That's why. Like, I remember being at the BlizzCon in the press room talking to Heku, and people were like, we were all like literally looking at the boxes together. I was like sitting next to oh my god. Heku is my favorite when it comes to being at esports events because she's like in North America because she's always freezing. Like, we were at BlizzCon, I was in like t-shirt and shorts running around with like a 50-pound bag of camera equipment, and Heku is no joke, I'm not exaggerating, in like this like super long down feather coat, and she was like, I'm so cold, why does North America always use the AC? I don't know why, but that memory sticks out to me. But I remember that was actually, we were looking at the Ragnaros and the Lucio ones, and I thought the Ragnaros was a different name. If it was Ragnaros, then that makes sense too, but yeah. Another example of marketing funding bias for Overwatch. Wait, what? But they had Ragnaros, who's obviously a HOTS character. Not inspired by any other game, no. Bottom lane, Kerrigan looks for a combo, finds it onto Mephisto, ravages in once again. High Wraith getting low. Chrysalis activated on Kerrigan. Durance of Hate will not connect. We've got a Blessed Shield out from Johanna. She's time stopped by the Chromie, and Entomb from Leoric creates some terrain. And Johanna looks to step in a little bit as BRB Soaking gets a whole heck load of sand dumped on his head. Hazoobs will be taken down. Heku does CSGO stuff. She's an amazing host, and she does a lot of CSGO stuff. Or, well, I guess it's Counter-Strike 2 nowadays, right? Yeah, she made that transition into the FPS realm and is doing really good with it. And honestly, it's well-deserved. She's an amazing host. She's a great personality. She's a fantastic interviewer. Or I guess not host. She's an interviewer, I think. Okay, oh god, Leoric lands a Giga Entomb. That should be game, set, and match. But of course, we can't just end the game. Why would we end the game when we could get a keep in bottom? I'm sorry, this is boring to me. You've won the game, you don't need to do this, just win the game. I don't know, I've never found stuff like this funny or entertaining, but hey, to each their own. Alright, well, it took the catapults to do it, but GG's, I guess. 7 hours and 30 minutes later, we have completed, well, I guess actually realistically, this is more like 13 hours and 30 minutes later, we have completed qualifier number 1 for the Banshee Cup. First place will go over to the side of the Bathrobe and Enjoyers.